Welcome back to Simplify Your Small Business. David Wolf here with the amazing Melanie Rembrandt. She is the small business PR professional. How are you, Melanie?
Hi, David. I'm great today. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Had a great trip to New York. We were talking offline about, just driving my own business. And I know you've got some new developments as well. So, things are great on my end.
Excellent. I'd love to hear that.
Yeah. It's good stuff. We're here to, as those of you who follow this podcast, to help you simplify your small business. And we're going to start with this episode talking about 3 simple ways to empower your day. So this is really getting off to a good start. So, you don't feel like getting up in the morning. A lot of people have trouble with Mondays, right?
Yes, I think we all do at times.
I'm trying to make like Wednesday the new Monday, or actually maybe Friday the new Monday. I don't know. It's a headspace. I don't know why we think of Monday. I guess it's just because it's coming out of the weekend, right?
Well, that's why I came up with some of these tips, because it's all how you look at it. You can either be excited about Monday and it's the start of new things, or it's kind of a sign that, if you don't want to get up Monday mornings, you need to change something.
Yeah, it is all about frame of mind. And that comes up a lot with a lot of the stuff we talk about. When you talk about simplifying, most of the complexities in our minds, And so anyway, point number 1 is write down your goals and what you're trying to accomplish. So if you will, Melanie.
Yes, we've all heard this a million times, but sometimes you forget what you're trying to achieve. You just get up in the morning, get your coffee, and go.
Right.
But if you're able to see what your goals are, you can focus on them and have more clarity about what you need to get done on a daily basis. And also, that's such a great feeling at the end of the day to cross off the things you finished and accomplished.
Absolutely. There's nothing more powerful to build your confidence and just sort of your sense that you are achieving than that checking off of things. They even say making your bed in the morning. It's really basic and simple, but just making it tidy and accomplishing that very first thing can actually set the day in motion with sort of an orientation towards checking things off the list and accomplishing goals. So that's great. So write them down. A lot of us do this different ways. I sometimes do the whiteboard thing if I'm inspired. I have a graph paper that I keep on my desk, and it's good to just get away from the doing and the coffee doing, as you said, and document what you plan for that day. And I have a colleague, he said he used to make a list in the morning, and then after lunch he would make a new list, crossing off what he did and then adding to it, because sometimes things change over the arc of a single day. So anyway.
Exactly. It's what works for you.
Exactly. It's all about what works for you. All right. Number 2 is delegate. So you can't do it all.
Right. And, we're talking about accomplishing things, and things can get out of control. You might spend time taking out the garbage, cleaning your desk, doing billing. At some point, you really have to stop and think about what you're doing. If you're filling out a lot of spreadsheets and doing administrative tasks that could easily be done by someone else, you really need to look at it, because things have changed. There are people out there who want to do the work and are very inexpensive and cost effective. So it's kind of you have to look at things differently now, because there are people out there who can help you and you can actually afford it.
Exactly. The gig economy has changed a lot of this stuff. For me, even, I have a new executive assistant. She's a VA. And it's funny how we project as entrepreneurs sometimes. At least I do. I'll talk about my own psychology. So I will think of a task, and then my own feelings that are attached to doing it, I will project onto her, and she'll be like, "Oh, this is great. I love doing this." And I'm looking at her inquisitively, and it's because I don't understand that she's wired completely differently, and she's anxious to jump in. So these things that I feel are problems and like administrative headaches, or cumbersome or whatever they are, or, overload, she's like welcoming them and really wanting to jump in. So I thought that was really refreshing. And it's an example of how I projected my own neurosis about doing these things on her, but she was perfectly willing to step in. As you say, there are people out there that want to do this stuff.
Exactly. And what a relief it was to you probably to get that off of your plate so you could actually do the things you like to do.
Unbelievable. Yeah. Like we're a production company, right? So it's like moving files around, and it's organizing spreadsheets that are sort of designed to help us collaborate and all of that stuff. She loves that stuff. I don't hate it, but I set it up, and now I'm not good at maintaining it as well. So anyway, absolutely right. And third for this installment is the idea that we should stay positive.
Yes. And it's not always easy because of the people you're around. Many people are so negative. And
Yeah.
as soon as it can really affect the way you feel. And,
Yeah.
you're all gung ho to get your to-do list done. And then you can run into somebody who's really negative and changes everything. So it is
Yeah.
something to be aware of.
Yeah, I call this emotional hijacking, right? So you get hijacked by the person. And the thing is, in our culture, the media works this way. They all trigger us on negative things that, trigger adrenaline and anger and rage or whatever it is. And you just got to steer clear and just stay in touch with your own center and start that day positively. The other thing is the as if idea. If you act as if even though, I got up yesterday, I felt a little funky. I don't know why. I just didn't feel like my usual energetic self. And if you act as if, you just have to snap yourself out of it. It sounds corny, but you smile, you change your posture. Tony Robbins talks about this. If you physically behave, your physiology will change your psychology. So
that is so true. And for those of you out there who think this is kind of out there, I offer you the chance to try it to see if it works for you, because life is too short to be grumpy and in a negative mood.
Exactly. It totally is. Except I'm a little grumpy about how short life is. No, I'm kidding. All right. So this is great. We're wrapping it up. Write down your goals and what you're trying to accomplish to set it up for the day. Set up your goals for the day. And number 2, delegate.
Yes. Find people to do the things you really don't like to do that much. You'll free up your time and you'll be a lot happier.
Unbelievable. And then finally, stay positive.
Yes. It might sound silly and very simple, but it does wonders. Like we said, life is too short to be negative.
Absolutely. I'm positively negative about the whole situation. Anyway, good to be with you, Melanie. We are Simplify Your Small Business, and Melanie Rembrandt. You can reach her at rembrandtwrites.com. I'm at podcastandradio.com, and we also have a website that deals in the audiobook space called Audiobook Solution. We'll see you next time. Thanks, Melanie.
Thanks, David. Have a great day, everyone.